Herbivorous. Any animal that eats only plants is known as herbivorous. Herbivorous is also called as plant eaters. Many animals that eat fruits and leaves and get other parts of plants like roots and seeds, they are also called herbivorous. Rabbit, snail and butterflies are the example of small herbivores. Elephant, sheep and cow are big-size herbivores. A parrot that eats fruits and nuts is also an herbivore. Carnivorous. Any animal that eats meat or the flesh of animals is known as carnivorous. Carnivores are also called flesh eaters. Carnivores have sharp teeth to help tear up the flesh. Spider, frog, and bat are small carnivores. Medium-sized carnivores are large birds such as eagle and hawk. Lions, tiger, wolf, and crocodiles are large carnivores. Omnivorous. Any animal that can eat both plants and animals will be classified as omnivorous. People are omnivorous, containing flat and sharp teeth and the ability to digest meat, fruit, and vegetables. Bears are another example of omnivorous as they eat both plant and meat. Chickens are another example of omnivorous because they eat seeds but they can also eat worms. Frog is carnivorous. Deer is herbivorous. Chicken is omnivorous. Wolf is carnivorous. Giraffe is herbivorous. Pig is omnivorous. Goat is herbivorous. Shark is carnivorous. Kangaroo is herbivorous. Buffalo is herbivorous. Ant is omnivorous. Crow is omnivorous. Cheetah is carnivorous. Hippopotamus is herbivorous. Camel is herbivorous.
Hello children, today we are in grade 5 that we are going to study about science and that we have a lesson food for animals, right? Food for animals. Is food is very important to us? Yes, the food is very important to each and every living organisms. Why? Because this food they are going to give some energy to us and we are going to use that energy for our daily functions, right? So this is why this food is very important to each and every living organisms. It comes to whether it is an animal or whether it is a organisms, right? And we already know that. That means we are also comes under the animal, right? That means we can't prepare our own food because we don't have that much animals or any other plant source for our food purpose, right? It comes to the plants. They have the capability to, that means they have the capability to make their own food, right? Because they have that much capability by using sunlight and water from our soil, and also atmospheric carbon dioxide, all these things, right? They are going to use all these things to prepare their own food by the process we are going to call it as photosynthesis, right? So plants are the autotrophs and we are the heterotrophs. Autotrophs means they have the capability to make their own food, right? For example, plant, it comes to the human beings or any other animals, all are heterotrophs, means we are depend on other things, whether it is a animal flesh or whether it is a plant materials, right? And this is why this is the today's topic, that means food for animals. So again we have a three main types based on the food. That means how the animals they are going to eat the food. Based on that category, we are going to make that means we are going to divide in many types here, right? The first one, herbivores. That means herbivores. So herb means plants, or means eat, right? Herb means plant, or means eat. That means who are the plant eaters? We are going to call them as herbivores, right? And comes to the carnivores. Carne means flesh from animals, and or mean eat, right? These animals eat other animals or their foods. For example, lion, tiger, leopard, all these are the examples for the carnivores. That means they are going to eat some flesh of other animals, right? So next one, omnivores. Omni means all. So the animals which are going to eat all both the things, whether it is a plant or whether it is a animal flesh, we are going to call them as omnivores. So this is a three major types we are going to categorize based on the food, right? Food habits, right? I have a question for you, that is it cow, does it eat any flushes or termites? No, that cow eats only the grasses, right? You can observe a textbook now, page number 2, in that they given some pictures, a cow eating the grass, right? So by that picture you easily know what is a herbivore and carnivore and the omnivore. And also in your textbook they mentioned some other examples, for example herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. How? Based on that means by seeing the picture we can easily take in all those information about these herbivores, carnivores and omnivores, right? And we know that means if any other that means some ants, termites, all those things, right? It comes to, for example, ant, right? How they are going to find their food? How? Because they have that much sensing capability. They have a sensory organs. Based on that, they are going to sense where the food materials, right? And you can look your textbook now. Ants have a sharp sense of smell. So they have a sharp sense of smell. If we spill some sugars on the floor, within a minute it would be surrounded by some ants, right? How do they find it? How can they smell it? Because they have that much sense of smell, right? So next one, again also look at your textbook, page number 3. They given a many pictures there. Eagles spot their prey from far away, and also cat have a sharp sense of hearing, and the dog has a sharp teeth and strong front teeth help a rabbit to bite, right? So birds can see things far away, right? For example, eagle, right? They notice the food in our plate, or whether it is in land, they easily going to catch all those things with the help of their feet, right? We already learned about the feet and beaks and feet in last class, right? That means in 4th standard. So how these feet are very helpful for them to get their prey, right? And also it comes to the cat. Cat have a sharp sense of hearing. Animals, that means, for example, if we make some sounds on a table, that cat easily, that means easily sense the sound of that table, right? Why? Because they have that much sense of hearing. For example, and another example, a dog has a sharp teeth, right? So again, that means it comes to the animals also. They use their teeth for what purpose? To eat fleishes. We also have a teeth, but we use both the purpose. It comes to the animals, they have a sharp edged teeth, so they can easily tear all the fleshes from other animals, right? And same animals use a tongue to sense a prey as well as to catch them. For example, frog and lizard. Frog going to use their tongue to catch the prey, right? And some animals, that means a snake, some reptiles. Snakes have many senses that they help to find their food. They sense the movement and also smell of their prey. This type of reptiles and snakes, all those things are based on the movement and based on the smell, they are going to find their prey, right? And when it comes to the application, what are the application we are going to study in this food from animals are? That means how? That means what does an eagle eat? That eagle will eat small rats and the snakes, all those things, right? What do the rat eat? They eat fruits and seeds, right? Of plants. So from where do these plants get their food? Again the same cycle, that is, again the cycle will be run, right? That means eagle, they are going to eat some snakes, and the snakes are eaten by rats, and rats they are going to eat some plant materials or some seed materials of a plant. So this is how the cycle runs. So this cycle we are going to call it as a food chain. So this is what a food chain, right? So grass is eaten by grasshopper, and grasshoppers are eaten by frog, and frog eaten by snake, and snake eaten by eagle. So this is, we are going to call it as food chain. So now we are going to know about that, how each and everything will depend on other things, right? And food chain are also connected to each other. For example, plants can be eaten by a deer or a rabbit, and the deer can be eaten by lion, all those things, right? Lion or a tiger, all the things are connected to each other, right? And for example, the mouse can be eaten by large birds. Such connected food chains, we are going to call it as a food web. That means there are many examples. I was already told that the plant will be eaten by deer or rabbits, and those are eaten by lion or tiger. So see how all these things are connected to each other, right? So together we are going to call it as a food web. What is that? Food web. Are you getting now? So this is what we are going to learn in today, food for animals. In the next class we will continue with the workbook, right? Thank you.